All right, so continuing Star Wars and the Hate Train. I have Force Awakens Steelbook that I got 2 years ago off of eBay. I think I got this for like 13 or 14 because it was a hell of a bargain. And this is the Best Buy Steelbook too. And it was already out of the package. So there's Kylo on the front. There's a spine. There's one of my favorite characters out of the new saga is Phasma. Love her. You know, it's funny. I wish she'd gotten more time in film because I own her comic and I own her audiobook as well. And the deleted scene in Last Jedi ties in to, her persona, which was really nice. But sadly, they didn't really enforce that. Or not, you know what I mean. No. So here's the inside of it. Falcon versus TIE Fighters. Fun fact, I have this movie cup. Yes, I do. I have this very scene on a movie cup from, I think it was exclusive to Carmike Cinemas, if I'm not mistaken. Or Cinemark. Cinemark or Carmike, I forget. But yeah, so that's what the inside of that looks like. And then we got the bonus disc, which is nice. Pretty clean. Boop. The DVD isn't in here. I gave it to my sister so she could watch it. And then we got the main attraction on Blu-ray. That's in good condition. Light. Put that in there. Alright. So when this came out, everybody hated it. Well, actually, not everybody. Well, yeah, people did hate it. It was new, confusing, and people let their inner racist out when they saw the first trailer. Wow, that was so fucked up. God. And still people were racist about this saga. Like, dude, why? So, the one thing that's the main staple with Star Wars that I absolutely love is the misleading trailers. All of them are misleading as hell. The one thing I forgot to mention in my TLJ review is when Rey discovered the sacred texts. I literally thought that part was like a huge cave opening, so that was good camera effects. You know what I'm talking about. Shit, I know the word. Uh, Depth. Yeah, yeah. Perception, depth perception. That's it. Yeah. So with yeah, that's what I like. That the camera trickery and shit. That's fun. So with Force Awakens, you get introducing new characters. You get Finn. You get Rey. You get Poe, BB-8, uh, Max von Sydow. He was killed off way too soon. Like, damn. And why in the hell didn't they expand on Church of the Force? Like, that should have been expanded on in Last Jedi a little bit. That was kind of a bummer too. Open. So yeah, this was nice to see in theaters. I went to see this with my sister and her friend opening night. I saw it twice actually. Once in standard and once in 3D. Because I missed it in D box. Yeah. Because that was some shell shocking shit too. And the best part, I need another drink. This is not brought to you in part by Dr. Pepper. There we go. Much better. The one thing I really liked was that when, what did I like? When Kylo revealed himself That was 90 minutes into the film, or 89, something like that. 89, 90 minutes into the film. That was impressive because I was hoping he would have kept it on longer. Like after he took his helmet off, that like just kind of ruined the effect for me the first time through. This is talking about first time watching this. That ruined it for me. And when I first saw all this, I gave in to people's opinions, and people were saying, "Oh, it's bullshit. It doesn't make sense. It's a rehash of New Hope, and it's whatever." And when they first announced it, and they said it was 30 years after Return of the Jedi, I said Yuuzhan Vong, and I was happy about that. I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna see the Vong on the big screen." Nope. Hmm. And I know why they wouldn't put the Yuuzhan Vong on the big screen. Because, I mean, let's face it, the Yuuzhan Vong War would be way too frightening, way too terrifying, way too scary for kids to handle. Because, I mean, they enslaved, they tortured, they. Yeah, they tortured and enslaved people and murdered. Mass murder. And yeah, it would be too scary for kids. That's why Lucasfilm sticks to Jedi versus Sith. It's an easier concept. It's good versus evil, and it's so basic and shit. But anyway, woof. Yeah, when Kylo unmasked himself, that kind of threw me off, and I was like, eh. And then when Rey was revealed, that was awesome. Because, because I listen to the audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks. I cannot read a book and get into it that much. I'm an audiophile. So when I hear it being narrated, the scenes play out in my head, and I compare it to the film. Like, okay, that's cool. That works. And one of the things that threw me off was that there were different scenes where I thought one thing, and then I was proven wrong by another. I was proven wrong by, what the book said. Like, for instance, where Rey is at the table scrubbing the parts down to clean them, and she looks off in the distance. I thought she was looking at the old lady. That's what we all thought, In the book, that's not true. What she's looking at is a mother and her child in the distance, and longing for that connection of what it's like to have a parent or something like that. I know that's right, but I'm wording it wrong or something, I think. It's been a while since I listened to it, so it's like it's there in my head but not fully aware and whatnot. um Finn is a very cool character. I like him. Poe is a lot of fun. Um, I've read Poe's comic story, so I know where he's coming from. And in that was nice seeing how the First Order came to be. So that ties into this really well. Um, General Hux, he's pretty cool. He's all right. It calls him a Nazi sympathizer. I love that shit. Everybody's got to go for Nazis. Like, really? Okay. Let's see, what else? Snoke. Snoke as a whole, his story should have been more fleshed out, but in episode 9, he might get more. Don't know. Hold your breath. Or he might even get a book or a comic. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. But for this, the way this played out, this was really good. And the climax at the end, that left me in tears. I was crying on the way home. Like that was just so moving. Ray finding Luke after all that time and leaving it where she's just holding out his lightsaber like that was just that was some deep shit. Oh man. And then her discovering his lightsaber on Takadana, that was cool. Meeting Maz Kanata was fun. I love Maz. She's awesome. There needs to be a series where it's Maz Kanata leading all the droids. Just her and the droids on a mission. That shit would be funny. I would love to see that. That'd be so damn funny. Mm. So, for Force Awakens, the first time through, I didn't understand it. None of us understood it because it was confusing and it was new and we didn't want to accept it because it was strange and foreign and alien to us. Han's death, that that actually got spoiled for me. Ironically, I was looking at an article on Facebook and people say don't scroll down through the comments. I scrolled down, I saw that, and then I went back. Yeah, I went down to avoid it, but yeah. So I didn't know anything else except about Han's death. I was like, great. So, ooh, bless me. You're gonna hear a lot of that in my videos, like, bless me. So yeah, Han's death was pretty rough, but like first time through, rough. After a couple rewatches, it's just okay, whatever. This movie took me 6 tries to get into because I was so I don't know. It was there was so much negativity behind it, and it was hard to break out of that because some people get sucked into the bullshit and the drama of it, and like, this is such a bad movie, blah blah blah, and I'm like, it's really good if you give it a chance, and people are so hateful. But yeah. So, on a whole, this movie is really good. It's one of those, it takes time to get into and to really enjoy. The pace of it was phenomenal. Jakku was great. Takadana was nice. Um, what else am I missing? Star Killer Base, that was kind of. I mean, it's deadly and it was intense, but it could have been more. Like it could have been more. But like I've said, like I don't try to overanalyze stuff a lot because if you overanalyze shit, you ruin the fun factor of it. Like you go into a movie with no knowledge. If you don't read Rotten Tomato reviews, if you don't listen to your friends, if you don't look at any articles about anything, any movie, anything, and you just go in there with a blank slate and a clean mind, no spoilers, nothing. Just enjoy the film for what it is. Entertainment, and it's fun. It's something to get lost in. I don't know why people can't just do that anymore. People gotta overanalyze the shit out of it. One of the most powerful moments in this film was Rey and Kylo's fight. And it was nice seeing Finn fight Kylo too. In the deleted scenes, they actually kept the original ending where Kylo cut Finn across the chest. That was nice to see. I wish they would have stuck with that. But instead they went with his spine injury. So, that's alright, I guess. I don't know. I know Venomous did an art print for this where he did a sketch of Finn with a cybernetic spine implant. That was really cool. I liked that a lot. Ouch. So, let's see here. The bonus features for this were pretty good. I don't remember which part of them I liked the most, though. I don't know. I think the biggest thing about this was that it was PG-13, which was huge for Star Wars because the first PG-13 film we had was Episode 3. And even that was just crazy. So continuing the PG-13 trend, that was cool. I don't think we'll ever get an R-rated Star Wars film, because if we did, it would be fucking rare to have that. But it would be epic at the same time. I don't know. But now that I've seen this over half a dozen times, I can honestly say I love this film. It was nice to see, how they, changed everything around and, made it much more exciting and whatnot. And the pace for it, like I said, was fast. The characters are engaging and fun. You just got, like, the problem is that when it comes to, book versus film, book is always going to be better because book expands on everything, whereas the movie just gives you the top surface of it. So multiple books they'll tie into the movie, like a spider web. So, like Charlotte's Web. Charlotte makes the center of the web, and then spider webs outward, and then you got to read, comic tie-ins, the novelizations, the theories, the reviews, fan art, official art, and concept art book, and then you take all that stuff, and then you rewatch it, or you take each line of the web, you go with the comics, and then you come back to you're like, oh, okay. What did I read? Aftermath. Yes, the Aftermath trilogy. That ties into this really well. That was a good trilogy. I loved that trilogy. That was awesome with Mr. Bones and shit. Like, oh man. Oh, I hope he makes an appearance in 9. But I don't know whether or not what's his name's coming back. So we'll find out. So I will be right back. Oh, well, idiot. Would I recommend this to friends? Of course. Some of them aren't even into Star Wars, which is kind of funny and surprising, but that's the world we live in. Not everybody likes fandoms hardcore like, me and you and whoever. Would I recommend this to you? Well, take your pick. If you're one of the diehard fans that refuses to watch anything after Return of the Jedi, well, yeah, I guess the same for you. But if you're a curious fan and you want to try this out, go for it. Rent it from your library or rent it on demand, rent it on your Xbox, PS4, whatever, Amazon, whoever. Try it out, see if you like it. If you don't like it, hey, you tried it. Okay, it's fair. It's cool. Yeah. My favorite character so far out of this, I'd have to go with Rey, I guess, because she's new. And I'm anxious to see how her story plays out. And it'll be fun to come back and rewatch this, read all the stuff in the spiderweb, come back to this, and then go back to 9, and then, yeah. It'll be so much fun because everything will be there. And it's like, wow, that was crazy. So, for 1/4 portion, I'll be right back.